Wesleyan into, a consistent powerhouse year in and year out. And so, for us to get play a really well-coached team, a really talented team this time of year before we get back into conference is it's awesome.
What's the objective offensively with your basketball team? What are you trying to accomplish early?
We really want to dominate the paint. Oklahoma Wesleyan is very stingy defensively. They're going to try to keep us out of there. But, we want to try to get 40-plus paint touches and, hopefully hammer them on the offensive glass. Try to get as many easy ones as we can.
What would a win today do for your basketball team?
Well, obviously we want to win this game. I think win or lose, it's a great game for us as we, resume conference play on Monday. But, this will be our second win over a top 25 team and just kind of adds to our resume come March.
Head coach Chris Wright, head coach of the Langston Lion basketball team. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you, Jay Swick. Thanks.
Good luck.
All right, we're back courtside. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods, and that, of course, is Jay Swick. You can catch him Monday through Friday, of course, on the morning rush on OKC Sports Radio. As we talked, we heard Coach Wright's comments there. He's absolutely right. When it comes to rebounding, that is a big statistic today that the Langston Lions are going to have to take advantage of.
Right.
Both teams are evenly that. Oklahoma Wesleyan, the Eagles, average about 38 rebounds a game. Langston about 37, but both of them are plus 7 against their opponents, respectively. So, in other words, they both compete and they work harder on the glass. And to me, it's going to be these little small areas which is going to determine this game. Over the last 5 games, Oklahoma Wesleyan is 4-1, but winning by a margin of 6.2 points per game. So that tells me right away when it comes to close games, Oklahoma Wesleyan knows how to get the job done, but so does the Langston Lions.
Yeah, defense, rebounding, that comes down to want to. That comes down to discipline. That's something that we're definitely going to have in this game of battle. Langston wants to take advantage of their height. They want to take advantage of their athleticism and definitely dominate that paint area.
All right. So as we are going in here right now, a couple of keys to the game. Coach Wright gave you a bunch of them, Gary, but what do we want to do?
Yeah, Langston really wants to play defense. If you can't guard, you can't play. Langston makes so many points off of transition buckets, and that leads with great defense, great rebounding. Number 2, he talked about paint touches. Yes, you want to try to get into the paint. Higher percentage shots always happen there. And then thirdly, the fouls. You don't want to get into foul trouble. You don't want to end up with your better players sitting on the bench having to go too deep. You want to actually do that to Oklahoma Wesleyan. You want to get into their bench.
Now, when we start looking at the overall, offensively, Langston averages about 69 points per game. The Eagles, 78.2. So when you start talking about points, the Langston Lions have got to find a way to equalize what the Eagles will definitely produce. So we're going to start real quick here and turn it over to public address announcer Gerald Busby for the pregame announcements of the teams. So as he's doing that, we're going to make sure we get some more volume. We'll confirm the starting lineups for both teams here in just a moment as we get ready for Coach for the Court of Dreams matchup this afternoon. Now, when we start looking at this right now, just for the Langston perspective, Gary, just for a couple of tidbits for fans out there who do not know, Langston has the #1 scoring defense in the country. They've been holding teams to 59.7 points per game over the course of that, and they have the #7 defense against the three-pointers in the country as well. They're only allowing opponents to shoot 28% from that. And so to me, those are the things that you hang your hat on.
Yep.
But it's going to take more than that, a lot more effort to beat the Eagles today.
Yeah, it does. And, you got to do all the little things the right way. And that's what's going to happen here. And I think, too, again, it depends on how the game is called. It could end up being one of those situations where you don't want to be playing a different rotation or a different personnel combination too early to where, it kind of gets you out of your rhythm.
All right, the national anthem. to be time here to get the starting lineups. The Eagles will be announced first. So for the starting lineup for the ex-Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles, we have Yashi McKenzie, Derek Talton Jr., more about him in just a moment, Isaac Stanek, Tamaje Igazabwe, and Huberto Kenneth Jr. are the starters. Here are the starters for the Langston Lions. All right, Gary, can you confirm the starters for the Langston Lions?
Yeah, starting lineup for the Langston Lions, number 0, Mario McKinney at guard. Number 1, Bryce Monroe at guard. Number 2, Jamison Epps at forward. And then number 3, Amaro Lotto at guard. And then number 11, Joshua Smith at center.
Okay, so Joshua Smith is going to get the start this evening. Or is that, no, I think it's number 22. I think it's Tim Igwefe.
Oh, Igwefe came in, okay.
So Igwefe is going to be the starter. So the 20 minutes is on the clock, and we're ready to get this cross-conference clash going on here between the Sooner Athletic Conference and the Kansas City Collegiate Athletic Conference, KCAC action here. And we're ready to get it started off right here, right now. So we're ready to go. So getting some confirmation here from everybody as we get ready to have the coaches take the floor. So as we're going to talk about here, just to give you a little tidbit here, Derek Talton Jr. is a stud on this Eagle team. He is the man that makes the machine go. In other words, he's that cog that gets everything rolling here overall for this team. He's averaging about 13 points a game, but at any given moment, Talton is more than capable of dropping 20 points on you at any given time. But also keep your eye also on guys who come off the bench who have great impacts on the game, from Jaden Wilson, from Dylan Phillips, and of course those guys are all capable of dropping double-digit points at any time during the time on the floor. And of course we all know when it comes to Langston, the star of stars on the team right now, at least for this team. Now Coach Rice wants more, but Bryce Monroe is the man.
Yeah, Bryce Monroe is definitely the floor general. He's actually playing with a little bit of a nagging injury. He has some bruised ribs, and he also has a little bit of an issue with an ankle, but he's just been fabulous these last couple of games for the Lions.
Now, when we talk about Bryson Monroe, you also got to get strong contribution from Jamison Epps.
Yep.
He's the team leading rebounder, and he's also a team number 2 on the scoring block as well. So that's something that you definitely got to pay attention to him. But again, it's about having the guys being able to be aggressive and set the tone defensively.
Yeah.
And the team that sets their identity, first, I think will have the highest probability of winning the game this afternoon.
I was actually a little surprised. I saw Joshua Smith come out on the introductions, but obviously here, Igwefe is actually getting the start. They're taking the 7-footer and inserting him. And I think that that's probably a move to see if they can't, number one, increase their opportunities for second chance baskets due to defensive and offensive rebounding, and then also having them in front of the rim there to guard the rim against the penetrating guards from Oklahoma Wesleyan.
And for those who have been watching watching Langston basketball all year long, we know Igwefe's last game was not one of his better games. When to talk about that. So this young man wants to definitely reset the tone and let everybody know that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with over the course of this season, and that's something that we're going to have to be able to get done here overall.
Exciting too about Eagle FA is that he's the gentleman that transferred in from Georgetown. He played for the Hoyas, and in fact, I was kind of looking at his shoes. He's actually playing with some Georgetown shoes tonight as well. So again, a lot of excitement around him, and if he's getting the start tonight, that means that he's also done something to prove to Coach Wright
that he's ready to play.
He's ready to play, that he deserves a start.
Now, one of the things we have to look at when it comes to these teams overall here is it looks like we're getting things set to go here in terms of the scoring and getting the clock worked. And when you have teams that are not familiar with, the equipment, you have sometimes some technical glitches.
Right.
So those are the things that we have overall as we get ready for these teams to square off tonight, this afternoon. One of the other things to keep your eye on when we start talking about Derek Talton Jr. for the Eagles, I just want to point this out. He's one of those guys that when it comes to conference leaders, he's one of the guys that is big. He leads the team in assists. He's one of the top performers in the KCAC overall in that category. Also, when it comes to steals, he's 9th in the conference in that. And anytime that you're on a top 10 list of anything, that's something to be looked at. So we're ready now for center court. Eagle FA to control the tip, and the Lions were not able to get it. Ball's in the hand now, dribbling around by McKenzie. McKenzie goes to the glass. Eagle FA with the rebound. Set to go, Langston Lion basketball this afternoon. Set to go, Court of Dreams, cross-conference clash. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods, and of course, on the sideline reporters this afternoon, Jay Swick.
Oklahoma Wesleyan comes out in man-to-man defense.
Lotto at the top, hands off to Monroe. Monroe looking for some space, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Looks at the elbow, almost loses it. Trying to work the ball inside to FA. Nice. Eagle FA scores.
Nice turnaround, reverse baby hook by Eagle FA. He got great position early in that offensive rotation.
Going to work now. They're going to bring Eagle FA out as Langston still plays that aggressive man-to-man defense up top. Working the ball around the perimeter. Looking for some space to operate. Driving into the lane. Finding space. Turnaround shot is soft off the glass and falls down for Talton Jr. He's on the board early on. Score tied up at 2 apiece. 18:56 to go before the end of the first half.
Oklahoma Wesleyan coming out in a press early in the game.
And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will remain Langston Lion ball. Gary, you got to pay attention down here on
yeah,
on
most definitely.
You fall asleep, you will be wearing a basketball
or a player.
One of the things we were saying that this is the table that we've said it's experienced some lumps. Some players. Monroe drives down Main Street, shot no good. Rebound by Eagle FA, and the putback is good. Eagle FA in with 4 points early on to start this game right now. Working the ball on the block. Trying to throw the ball inside. Ball's deflected. Trying to chase it down. Ball tracked down by McKenzie. Picked up by Lotto. Comes across the court. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Working the ball around the perimeter. From the wing into the lane he goes. Talton Jr. again, and he's going to draw contact as Eagle FA gave too much of the body and just keep the hands up. It was going to be a difficult shot for Talton Jr. anyway, but he got a nice crease into the lane and went right into the body of Eagle FA, and he just needed to keep his hands up.
That's going to be part of the game plan. Of course, Oklahoma Wesleyan realizes that there's a clear height advantaging Langston University, so they're going to probably take it to the bigs to see if they can't get him into foul trouble early, get to the free throw line.
Talton Jr. knocks down. Derek Talton Jr. knocks down the free throw.
And, of course, as you were aware, this is a really great Oklahoma Wesleyan free throw shooting team.
Yes, they are. As a team, the guards shoot better as Eagle FA picks up the 1 of 2 from Talton. They are averaging about 70% from the free throw line, but the guards shoot at a much higher rate. If you just took the guards from the Eagles alone, they're shooting almost 80 to 85% for the free throw line.
That's outstanding.
Across the top here, working the ball around. Ball in the hands now of McKinney. And they're going to get an offensive foul that time.
Oh, wow.
Going to be called against Jamison Epps. Epps' first foul of the afternoon, the senior. Getting called for that foul there on a screen at the top. Igazabwe to inbound the ball. Talton Jr. finds the crease. Closed off the airspace there by Monroe.
Loose ball.
Loose ball is going to be tapped, goes out of bounds. And the Eagles are set to throw it in.
Smith checking in for Eagle Epic.
So you weren't all that wrong, Gary. Joshua Smith was just going to be the first man off the bench today. So Smith comes in the game. You lose a few inches, but not very much. He's 6'9". Talton into the lane. Gets it down low. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down. Contact in the lane, but nothing going on. Pulled down by McKinney.
Yeah, good rebound by McKinney. He's a great rebounding guard.
Smith over to Lotto. Epps now to McKinney. Into the lane goes Lotto. Throws it back to Smith. Smith. Contact in the lane. Going to be out of bounds. Foul's going to be called against number 10 there. Isaac Stanek on the foul.
Smith does a good job of drawing the foul, but he was actually kind of losing that possession on the way to the rim. So, again, that call kind of bailed him out a little bit.
Igazabwe comes out of the game and into the game for the first time today. Blake Hamlin also into the game for his first action this afternoon. Cameron McCoy for the Lions. Lotto fires a three from the corner. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by McCoy, and he's contact on the rebound. The Lions are doing a good job early on controlling the glass, making second chance opportunities, Gary.
Yeah, good offensive rebound by McCoy. He had good position, was able to play that long rebound off the rim, was able to go back up, draw the foul. This is exactly what the Lions want. They want to get to the free throw line. They want to get paint touches.
Cameron McCoy lines it up. First shot, no good. Into the game now for the Eagles, number 21. Checks in the game. So McCoy gets one more free throw. Misses both. Rebound pulled down there by number 35 on that. So going to work on the wing. Back up top, ball off Talton's shoe. He's able to recover.
Almost a backcourt.
Talton finds a spot underneath. Gets knocked down.
Dribble.
Into the lane goes number 21. Turns and fires in the lane. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Smith.
Good rebound. Good defensive possession there for the Lions.
Going to work. Monroe. Across the timeline. Lions up right now. 4-3. Up by 1. We're working the tall at the top. Smith with the screen on the elbow, swings it downside, inside to Smith. Smith can't get it to fall. Rebound by number 21. Here come the Eagles. McKenzie throws it back up top. 21 lines up a three, fires for three. Shot no good. Rebound by Smith.
Yeah. Anytime you have an opportunity where the offense of your opponent is coming down and they only get one shot, you're able to rebound it and get it back without second chance opportunities, you're in good shape.
I want to thank everybody who is listening on OKC Sports Radio this afternoon. Remember, you can watch this game live streaming on PPBC TV.
Great rebound by McCoy.
McCoy did finish at the putback, and there's going to be mass substitutions coming in for the Eagles.
Yep, platooning. 4 in, 4 off coming up for Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Into the lane. Kicks it back out. Laces up another three-point shot by number 21. Shot no good. Smith corrals the rebound. Lions up by 3. Smith across the timeline now. Smith showing he's got handles for big. Gets in the hands of Jamison Epps. Back up top to McCoy. Lotto on the wing. Left wing now. Over to Monroe. Monroe fires a three with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by McCoy. And it's going to be a jump ball situation. Substitutions going to be Langston Lyon ball. Substitutions coming in the game as returning is Mario McKinney. And also coming in the game is Aaron Lemon Warren for his first action for the Lions. But mass substitutions coming in for the Eagles. We have number 23, Dylan Phillips in the game. Along also with
Amari Woods in the game, as well as looks like there's another roster player. Number 14 is also in the game.
Yep.
As well.
Yeah, we don't have... we'll verify that in just a minute here. Going to work now. Lotto fires a three from the corner. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down. Nice job, Mario McKinney. That's something he does well for this team. Mario McKinney would rank third. He averages, for a guy who plays in the guard position, he averages almost just under 5 rebounds a game, Gary.
Hey, I'll take it. Anytime you have a rebounding guard that can get in there with the bigs and mix it up, and he's highly active on those loose balls. I mean, you like to call those 50-50 balls. That's exactly what you want when you can win those battles.
All right, going to work right now. Ball in the hands of McKinney. McKinney onto the wing. Up top to McCoy. Left wing. Over. To corner. To Lotto. Back to the left wing. On top of the circle. To the right wing. Langston moving the ball around the perimeter. Steady dribble. Backing it up. Into the lane from the wing. Firing up a shot with 2 seconds on the shot clock. It kicks off the glass for McCoy. No good. Rebound pulled down by Talton. Talton pushes the ball ahead. Into the lane. Spin move. Turns and fires on a turnaround jump shot. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out by McCoy. Lions are doing a great job on the boards early on in this game. Into the lane over to Smith. Smith powers his way inside. Cannot finish. Contact. Will go to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty strong move by Smith. He kind of lost the handle on the way up and was able to draw the foul. Let's see if he can convert on that. A lot of activity on the court so far early in the game. Not a lot of productivity as the score is right now sitting at 6-3.
And again, both teams are still trying to
figure each other out
right now. But we'll say this: Smith just knocked down a free throw. Jamison Epps sets to check back in. Checks in for Lotto.
Another thing, too, is both teams are very, very defensively minded, right? So that's going to also lend itself to a very low-scoring, when you got game. You're going to have phases, but it'll eventually open up here.
When you got sound teams right now. But I will say this, Langston is out-rebounding the Eagles right now, 11-3 on the boards right now. And now working the ball around to the corner. Inside the lane, contact, shot up there by number 23, Dylan Phillips. So as it stands right now, both teams are shooting as Gary, as you said, are really just trying to find their shooting range here at Paycom Center. One is 1 for 7, and the Eagles are overall, and Langston's 3 for 10 coming out of the gate early in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's and also, too, again, you're playing here at Paycom, your NBA facilities on the floor. I can only imagine the impact that's having on the psyche of these young players.
Dylan Phillips makes the first one. We'll get an opportunity after that. Phillips knocks down the free throw, cuts the lead back down to 3. Going to work. Full court pressure again being applied by the Eagles. Epps fires it up. Good challenge. Langston was fortunate on that one. The Eagle defense, that trap really worked well. Making those long passes gives them an opportunity to attack the passing lanes, Gary.
Yeah, you're right.
So now dribbling on the logo is McKinney. McKinney into the lane. Finishes nice kiss off the glass. Scoop shot.
Yeah, a couple of crossover dribbles in the paint there. Goes up with the scoop shot. Kisses it nicely.
Shot off the side rim there by number 23.
Rebound, Mario McKinney.
That one by Dylan Phillips. McKinney with the rebound, and the Lions push the ball into the front court now. So Zach Thomas, who's in the game now for the Lions, did not announce him. Working the ball around the perimeter to the right wing, back up top. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Lions still working the ball around the perimeter. Into the lane. Once again goes McKinney.
Wow,
nice runner.
Baby hook, yeah.
Baby hook shot. Gets it. And McKinney's going to put back-to-back baskets on the board as the Lions push the lead up to 7, 12-5.
Yeah, no, that was a really good take off the dribble. Was able to get into the paint with the baby hook. Utilizing his quickness and his explosiveness to get up off the floor, elevate right there. I mean, that was really good.
All right, we will take a brief timeout. We'll be right back. This is Langston Lion Basketball.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, And so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
Fireworks before New Year's as the Langston Lions are taking on the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods, and of course our courtside reporter Jay Swig. Coming across the timeline now, Talton being picked up there on the screen at the top. Got a foul called there. Foul's going to be called against number 24, Darius Hughes.
Yeah, Big D. Darius just got caught with a mismatch there. Feet not quite quick enough. Got to step on him. He wasn't able to keep up, so he kind of reached out and grabbed a little bit.
Bryce Monroe checks back in the game, but so is Tim Iguefe is back in the game as well. Again, a tough screen at the top. McKinney's tough to get off the floor, but they get it up high off the glass and score it. Nice job there by the Eagles. Make it a 5-point margin there. McKinney. So McKinney took a big shot there.
Yeah, he did. He got
on a screen.
Got caught on the screen there and kind of got lifted off his feet.
So again, they stopped action there, and he wasn't on the floor, but he's having a difficult time seeing where he is right now.
Yeah.
So again, the stop of action here is they're going to let him get checked out, but we're going to get Lotto back in the game right now.
Now there's a warning issued by the officials.
So
both coaches.
Yeah, so they're getting their length on the court, staying in the coach's box. So now going to work right now behind the back dribble ball goes Jamison Epps. Across the timeline now, 12:42 to go. Talton's going to get the ball out of the hands, and they're going to get Iguefe with a foul. It should be foul number 2 against Iguefe. Team foul, I do believe. Team foul, that's foul number 5. So if that's the case, team foul number 5. So going to inbound the ball. The Eagles right now going to be thrown in right now by Igazabwe. And so the officials are conversing here, but again, here we go. Set for live action now. Today's game is being brought to you by LU Athletics, the Block Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, OREB, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. As
Iguefe gets the steal.
Throws it down. So again, contact underneath. They didn't call a foul there. It was just players got tied up. Nice job by the officials there, not allowing him to catch a cheap foul there.
Yeah. Now they just call a dead ball on that one.
They just stopped action and said that the players ran into each other, but there was nothing nefarious going on there at all.
Right.
Going to work here. Here comes Talton Jr. 12:28 to go before the end of the first half. 14-7 is the score. Langston Lions up by 7. Talton throws it up top. Into the lane. Spin move. Nice runner.
Nicely done.
Nice shot there that time by number 10, Isaac Stanek.
Yeah, Stanek did a good job of coming in, reverse pivoting. Steal by Oklahoma Wesleyan.
On the inbound play, nice job there by Yashi McKenzie. So that's 4 quick points.
Yes,
and the lead's cut down to 3. And one thing this team does do in terms of steals, they average about 10.2 steals a game. Overall, the course of the season here, Oklahoma Wesleyan does. They are a team that does play great defense. So Lotto still going to be stolen right there at the court. Right there at half court. To the basket and slams it in. Goes Tamaje Igzabagwe, and he does a great job and brings the Eagles within 1.
Just like that, but that's something that Langston actually needs to figure out. And this is not a bad thing, Maurice.
Jamison F.
He missed.
End of the line, they're going to call him for traveling there. He didn't have control of the ball, but he took...
Yeah, false step there, and he kind of stumbled with it. Mishandled. He didn't even have a defender on him.
Open space. And just lost his footing right there. Now back to work. Talton now has it. So Iguefe comes out of the game, and returning the game goes Joshua Smith.
And McCoy.
And McCoy is back in the game as well. So ball at the top there. Talton from the elbow, spins inside the lane, drops it down low with a dive, and another sweet pass and a basket to Humberto Kenneth Jr., who scores that basket underneath it, but a better pass by Talton. Turnover.
Langston struggling with this press, which is, again, something that they definitely need to work on. This was actually something that haunted them during the finals last year, getting pressed in that championship game, and it resulted in a bunch of turnovers. So this is not a bad situation for Langston to see this early.
Nice finish inside the lane there, as you saw on replay there by Kenneth Jr. Now going to work now. The Lions trying to work the ball around the perimeter, trying to set up some offense. Smith now has it back in the hands now of Monroe. And Monroe into the lane, tries to get it down to McCoy, and he does. McCoy kisses it off the glass with the easy layup, with a great pass there by Bryce Monroe.
McCoy has actually come off the bench and has contributed significantly so far in this game. His presence both defensively with rebounds as well as putbacks.
All right, going to work now. Working the ball around the perimeter to the outside. Three-point shot attempt is no good. Rebound pulled down by Mario McKinney. And again, that trap right there at half court. And there's going to be a timeout called on the floor here, as again, nobody is reacting correct to the press right now.
They're not recognizing that.
All right, time to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. This is Langston Lion basketball.
Sports. We pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Welcome back. Let's check in real quick with our sideline reporter, Jay Swick.
Yeah, I still think they're kind of feeling each other out, trying to get used to the rhythm, who's setting the tempo, and they're battling for it. Now, I will say there is a little bit of a size difference between Langston and Oklahoma Wesleyan, and I think the more you see Eagle FA in the game, they're going to be a little bit more dominant with the rebounds and scoring in the paint.
All right, ball inbounded now, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds there, or is actually going to send McKinney to the floor that time. Gary, you were talking a little bit about what you think Chris Wright's going to say to the team, because you were talking about whether the team is recognizing that the trap is coming.
Yeah, sometimes that trap is happening immediately on inbounds. Sometimes it's delayed. And so the guards and the other players have to recognize that and be ready for it. And right now, they're not.
Ball thrown in. Monroe goes and retrieves the errant pass. Dribbling on the left wing. Looking for space to operate. Good job by Talton Jr. for the Eagles, controlling and pressing the ball outside. Lotto loses it. Going to be another steal on another turnover. Into the back lane it goes, and the ball is going to be blocked against the glass. But the Eagles retain or get the rebound, and there's going to be contact underneath by Joshua Smith. But another great defensive possession once again by the Eagles that almost led to an easy basket on the other end until Joshua Smith denied it.
Yeah, there actually was 2 blocks on that possession. And so one of them was by McCoy, and then the second one was by Smith. But again, they draw the foul, and they're going to the line to shoot 2.
So Hamlin going to the free throw line now. And ties the game back up at 16. Looking at it from a statistics standpoint, the Eagles came out a little cold, but they found some rhythm now. Now shooting 6 of 14 in the game thus far. About 42%. Langston still shooting 50%. 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Lotto pulls down the rebound. And in the rebound margin right now, the Langston Lions have still been good on that side. But those turnovers that the Lions have been doing have been their equalizer for the Eagles. The ball nearly stolen there by Talton, who went for the steal there.
Yeah, guards have to rotate up. They really need to go and get the ball, especially when a big is handling it. That's where a lot of their turnovers are coming from, just bad passes.
Now, as it stands right now, the Lions have turned the ball over 5 times, would have led to 7 Eagle points. In the lane, driving strong, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound pulled out by McKinney. And gets it, score it for McKinney.
Great rebound by McKinney. Smith went in, of course, and was not able to get the putback, but McKinney followed immediately. And his explosiveness off the floor is something unique for a guard his size.
So McKinney going to the free throw line. And as far as we're talking in terms of overall stats, get you McKinney's numbers here in just a minute as he goes and knocks down and completes the three-point play overall.
Substitution, Lotto out, Epps in.
So Epps returns to the game right now.
For the Lions.
Officially 9:13 to go before the end of the first half. Court of Dreams, downtown Oklahoma City at the Paycom Center. Should have a ticket. Working the ball around the perimeter right now. Ball on the box. Trying to find some space to operate. Nice job there. Nice defense by Smith. Makes the shot difficult. Good defense on the box there. He did a great job, Gary, on that one.
Yeah, he did in the low post there. He was very patient, stayed on the floor, waited for the shot to go up, played the ball nicely off the rim.
All right, going to work right now. Overall, Mario McKinney with 7 first-half points so far. All right, turning and fire shot, no good. Ball knocked up in the air, and going to be contact there by Jamison Epps, who can't believe the call.
A lot of body banging in there. Yep, the call went against Epps.
So team foul number 8. So back to the line, 1-and-1 go the Eagles, and that's something that, again, how the Eagles stay in games. You get in foul trouble, they knock free throws down. That's what they do.
Yep, you can actually make a living at the charity stripe there.
All right, going to work. And the shot is good there by number 21.
Oklahoma Wesleyan, 70+% as a team from the free throw line. Misses the second.
1 of 2. Nice rebound there by McCoy.
Might have been an announcer's jinx.
Is that what that is?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna. Hey, listen. Christmas is over. I'm not gonna take any responsibility for that, Gary.
Yeah.
All right. Across the timeline now goes McKinney. 16 seconds on the shot clock now. Ball to McCoy. Left wing. McKinney drives the lane, throws it up high. Shot not able to fall. But contact. So team foul number 6 for the Eagles.
Eagle Efe goes to the free throw line.
Eagle Efe will go to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Now, Eagle Efe has 6 points so far in the first half of this one. Front rims that first one. Returning the game for the Eagles is Amari Woods. Jamison Epps comes out, and Amaro Lato returns for the Lions. Back rims that second one, but Mario McKinney goes and gets another one. Into the lane goes McKinney again, throws it high off the glass, draws contact, and he'll go back to the free throw line as that's team foul number 7 against the Eagles.
Got a player down right now. Yeah, good strong move by Mario McKinney. He comes to us by way of UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. Transferred in to Langston University, and he's been a welcome addition.
So as he's getting looked at, the injured player is able to get off, but again, physical contact in the lane. That is Blake Hamlin, who's able to walk off under his own power there. So returning back to the game for the Eagles is number 11, Tamaje Izabagwe. And also looks like number 35, Kenish, is back in the game as well. Mario McKinney looking for point number 8, and he has that. Can he make it 9? 7:57 to go before the end of the first half. Lions now up by 3. Front rims that shot no good there.
They're going to call McCoy for over the back.
So McCoy getting called over the back, so it's going to go to the other end, and we're going to be to the line 1-and-1 for the Eagles now. So here we go.
Got to be a little bit quicker fighting for position down there on the block. I mean, they're making those calls, and I see Coach Wright he's making his case to the officials, but
High off the glass shot, no good. Rebound by Eagle Efe, who couldn't control it, threw it back in. And now the Lions have an advantage. Going to the lane. And
Monroe loses it.
he loses it right there on the end line. It will remain Lion ball. He tried to take the groceries home, but didn't have the basket.
Yeah.
7:47 to go. Lions are going to inbound from underneath the goal here.
2017.
So Monroe to inbound.
Lions lead.
Throws it into McCoy. McCoy gets it in low to Eagle Efe, and the ball's going to be blocked. And again, not to the chagrin of the fans there. Yeah. Number 14 is going to block Eagle Efe. And again, Tim's got to learn to keep the ball up, Gary. He likes to always bring it down. I don't know what that is.
It's a habit. It's just a habit.
I mean, hey, big guys for some reason just feel like they can just bring the ball down.
You got to be as aggressive as you can possibly be when playing against a guy like Eagle Efe, who has such a size advantage over everybody else. And the only way you compete with that is tenacity and effort.
Yeah. So Eagle Efe, which
equals fouls sometimes.
It does. It does. All right, so Eagle Efe knocks down his first free throw of the afternoon. He gets one more. Team foul situation, 9 for the Lions, 8 for the Eagles in terms of team fouls.
22-17.
So the Lions have now resettled the action, but when the action goes frantic and feverish, the Eagles have had the better flying angle on that. Ball on the left wing now, going to swing it over. Ball at the top to the left wing. Good defense stepping out there by Monroe.
The switch
into the lane, driving down Main Street goes Talton. Gets it inside, high off the glass shot, no good.
Great job.
Inside there by Tamaje, but he didn't get it to fall. Eagle Efe with the rebound.
Yeah, he altered that shot big time.
Officially under 7 minutes to play across the timeline right now. 22-17 is the score. Ball fake by McCoy, and he's going to draw a contact there against number 35, Kennish.
Yeah. Kennish stuck his leg out there a little bit, was able to get a hook on McCoy and brought him down.
Substitution. So again, into the game is Warren for the Lions. Also coming in is Darius Hughes for Eagle Efe, who checks out. So 1-1 here at the free throw line. Comes in Cameron McCoy. McCoy has 4 points thus far in the game.
Interesting thing about McCoy.
Back rim shot, no good on the front end of that 101. Pulled down there by Igazagwa. Into the lane. Goes Talton. Showing all types of moves getting into the lane. I mean, the way he darts underneath the court and finds in his vision.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not fair to compare kids to players I've seen before, but he reminds me for some reason about Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah.
I mean, the way his game kind of flows. So I was just trying to see, it's just the way he's so fluid. Finds a crease, not afraid to make the pass. Just a great game overall. Just comparing the guy just to a young version of that.
Wears number 3 as well, same number as Damon Stoudemire, but you got to be scrappy when you're undersized like that. I mean, it works both ways. You've got to adjust, and you've got to be, you got to play a different style of basketball when you're undersized, playing against bigger players like that.
Yeah. All right. So Talton back at the free throw line, knocks down misses the first one, gets one more. So the second one falls short, now going back to work.
Warren on the rebound.
So coming across the timeline now. Ball's going to be stolen by Talton.
Yep.
Flies like an eagle. It's going to be blocked at the rim. Are they going to call goaltended?
Wow. I'm not sure about that one. He took that one right off the backboard. It wasn't above the cylinder.
So substitution there.
Did it look like it was above the cylinder to you?
Well, we're going to look at it right here on the replay right here, Gary, on that as he drives into the lane there, and it's tagged up high off the glass there.
Okay, so
to work here. So we're going to work in the favor of the Lions right now. Ball inbounded. Can't lose it. Ball back in the hands of Talton. Then they're going to draw a contact foul there against Bryce Monroe. So that's going to be the double bonus now for the Eagles.
Wow. The Lions really struggling to inbound the ball in the presence of the Oklahoma Wesleyan press.
So now at the free throw line goes Amari Woods. Lion lead. It's officially 3. Try to dig into that Back rims that first one there, does Woods. He gets another one. 6:35 to go. 22-19 is the score. Spins it, second shot. Front rims, no good. Rebound. Loose. Scramble drill for everybody, but finally the Lions come up with it. McKinney gets it and now controls the pace. Slows everything down. Across the timeline to the left wing. Fakes the pass out top. Smith almost lost it there. Yep. Now going to work. McKinney looking, drives into the lane. High off the glass, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Igazabwe. Ball on the left wing. Steady dribble now by Woods. Woods pulls up, shot no good. Fighting for it underneath and is controlled by Kinnish. Taunton looks at the three, decides to pull things, slow action back down. 12 seconds on the clock. In the lane. Put him in the washing machine. Move. And he dropped the biscuit in the basket on that one. 22-21. 1 point advantage now for the Lions. McKinney slowing things down. The Eagles pull back the press. Across the timeline it goes. And again, when it comes to shooting the passing lanes, Taunton's been on fire today.
Yes, he has.
So far as it goes for Oklahoma Wesleyan, he's got 9 points on the afternoon. Trying to be the first one in double digits. Inside to Hughes. Hughes works it inside, could not get it. Loses it to guess who? Taunton. Taunton going to draw contact up top against Warren. I mean, how many Derek Taunton Juniors are there out there? There's like 2 or 3 of them.
You told us in the pregame that this young man was really special, and he's starting to get going, and he's showing it. I mean, his ability to penetrate, make plays defensively, get into the paint, draw fouls, get to the free throw line. I mean, he's gonna really get Langston's bench in a lot of trouble. I mean, it's looking pretty serious now.
All right, he knocks down that first free throw. Taunton doesn't. He does, in fact, is the first player with double digits. He's got 10 on the afternoon. So a nice job there by Taunton, who's been the engine, the machine, the extra effort. Yeah. He's been everything for this Eagle team right now. And in fact, on the stat sheet, he's in every category: rebounds, steals, efficiency, and usage. As he knocks that one down, got 11, and he puts the Eagles back up top by 1. 23-22. 5:09 to go. Full court press now. The Lions got to get across the timeline. Now Lotto does. Lotto, who's yet trapped on the wing to the other side. Wide open shot underneath the goal. Laid in nicely there by Aaron Lemon Warren. Off turnover assist. Turnover on the other end, and the Lions take back the lead. Lead by 1, 24-23. So going to work now. Nice job. Ball inbounded now. McKinney now has it. Ball in the hands of McCoy. Over to Warren, back up to Smith. Smith drives inside the lane, spin move, gets off the glass, and drops the biscuit in the basket for himself.
Nice drop step and turn there.
Lions up by 3. Taunton working the ball around the perimeter. Inside with a nice bullet pass. There's contact underneath the rim. Foul's going to be called against Smith.
I mean, he absolutely threaded the needle on that pass. Taunton is really having a heck of a first half right now.
You know what? I don't want to use it, but it's right there. I guess he used his eagle eye on that one. I was right there. That was right there. Hey, they might turn my mic off for that one, but I couldn't pass it up. It was right there, low-hanging fruit. Yeah. All right, shot is there. Knocked down the first one there by number 21. Pulls the Eagles within 2. 26-24. Knocks down, goes 2 for 2. Lions up by 1 now. 4:21 to go. McCoy trying to get the ball in again. Here comes that full pressure. Timeout.
Another situation, Mo, where they did not recognize the press.
No, they did not. And again, and especially after made baskets, the Eagles are setting up and doing that. You know, let's go back to Swick real quick if we can. Swick, you know, when we start looking at this, if you're the Lions, you've just got to understand that you got to start operating that you're going to be pressed throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I think that's something that they're, you know, trying to adjust to. There have been a few careless turnovers. Credit Oklahoma Wesleyan. They're coming with the hustle today. Yeah. And I think teams look at Langston differently this year than they have in years past. They're on the map. Everyone knows they were in the national championship game last year and what kind of, you know, team Chris Wright brings to the table year after year. One thing I will take away from this game, though, is how many outside shots have you seen Langston take? All they've been doing is attacking the rim. I don't even think they've attempted a three-point shot all game.
Well, they are 0 for 4 for 3. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to Langston Lion Basketball. All right, going back to work. McKinney with the ball on the right wing. Monroe now has it. Monroe into the lane.
Should have taken that shot.
Tried to force it into Efe. Now a little give and go and contact as Talton's going to go back to the free throw line again to add on to his already double-digit first-half scoring list.
Yeah, that last possession, Monroe did a great job of taking off the dribble. He was able to get into the paint, and then all of a sudden he tried to drop it. That was not the play. He should have just taken that runner.
Now going to the basket right now. Goes back Talton, who has
he misses.
He misses a free throw. So that go back to the jinx again. He already has 11 first half points.
Yeah, that's a rare miss for Talton.
So he's back there trying to look for a dozen in the first half. And he knocks that one down.
Again, the press is on for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Epps needs to move up.
Ball in the hands of McKinney. Trap in the corner. Back over to McCoy. McCoy across the timeline. No, he pulls up. They need to get across. And he just gets across the line. McKinney. Over to Lotto on the left wing.
Ooh, Lotto missed the cut from McCoy.
All right, McKinney, ball fake, drives inside the lane, penetrates, kisses it off the glass, shot no good. Efe with the rebound.
Nice rebound by Efe.
Drops it on in there.
Yeah, that was a good series by the Lions.
So, Lions extending pressure up top. Efe got to be careful not to pick up foul number 3. McKinney covering on top against McKenzie. McKenzie with the runner, kisses it off the glass. Back-to-back baskets. We haven't seen that very much this entire game. Everybody's finding easy pathways to the lane, but we're all tied up at 28. McKinney throws it back up top. Inside to Efe. Efe turns and fires on the inside. McCoy with the rebound. Good offensive board. Ball's knocked loose.
Yeah.
Guess by who? Talton.
Yeah, you can't bring the ball down. They'll take it from you. You got to keep that ball chest high or higher.
Working the ball around the top, firing it from deep. 3-point shot is knocked down by Yashi McKenzie. And that is the first made 3 of this game for either team, and it puts up the Eagles by 3. 2:26 to go. Raw across the timeline. Epps over to Lotto. Lotto up top. There you go. Efe working the ball around the perimeter to McCoy on the left wing. Now Epps. Epps into the lane. Pulls back and fires from the elbow shot. No good.
Long rebound. Don't get it.
And guess who gets? Talton does. Talton with a nice dish on the other side. Should get it to fall. Epps with the rebound.
Good defensive save.
McCoy drives into the lane now. Is going to score the basket in. On the other end by Mario McKinney. So now Talton on the left wing with the 1:43 left to go in the first half. 31-30. Oklahoma Wesleyan on top. In the lane, Talton drums it down low again, but an easy shot put in the basket there by Stanek.
Yeah, nice assist by Talton.
So working the ball around, trying to find space, trap, Lotto. Got to get it to McKinney across the timeline. When the ball and the action gets frantic and the activity gets to moving, the Eagles still have the upper hand against the Lions in this game. Inside the lane goes McKinney, drives to the
follow by Epps. Grabs job.
and it puts the Lions back within one, 33-32. Working the ball around into the lane.
Whoa.
Nice shot there by McKenzie. And McKenzie's starting to heat up. 5 points in the last 2 minutes for him. Now Epps has under a minute to go in the first half. Lions still down by 3. Jamison Epps across the timeline. In the lane. Tries to get the shot and it's going to be blocked. Nice block on the play there by Kinish.
34 seconds here.
So returning back to the game is Tamaje Igzabwe. Also back in the game comes Jensen Knowles for action. And also coming out of the game for the Eagles is McKenzie. So as it stands right now, we've had a game. I can't believe it, Gary. You're talking about the three-point shot. We've only had one made three-point shot in this game right now. And it belongs to the hands of Oklahoma Wesleyan. And then Lotto fires one from the corner. Shot no good. Could have been an over-the-back call against McCoy. Was not called.
Yeah, McCoy has to work himself around.
Talton in the lane. They're going to pull this back out for one shot. 19 seconds. So there's probably a 0.5 difference on the shot clock and game clock.
This is an ISO play right here.
At top, 10 seconds on the game clock. 8 seconds. Talton going to work inside the lane. Lotto covering him. Then turns and fires. And the shot is money from the elbow as time expires.
Wow, Oklahoma Wesleyan goes up by 5 before the half.
37-32. It's where it stands at right now at the end of the first half right now. So we'll tell you what we're going to do.
Okay, hey guys, I got Coach Chris Wright with us, down by 5. What are some takeaways of first half?
We look like the worst defensive team in America. You know, obviously that's our staple. We're just giving them, they're getting shots right at the rim, and they're a good team. If you do that, they're going to make you pay. And so we got out tough. I thought our point guard play was absolutely horrendous. I mean, Bryce Monroe is one of the better players in the league, and he looked terrible today. And so just, not a good half.
What do you tell your team in the locker room?
Toughest team is going to win the game, and they came out and punched us in the mouth, and we'll see if we can respond or not.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Jay Swick, talking with Coach Wright, and we're going to go to break right now. We'll be right back. This is Langston Lion Men's Basketball.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Welcome back. We are here courtside, Maurice Prince and Gary Woods. You heard that interview by Coach Wright going into the end of the first half. He was overall disgusted on how his team played. I mean, Gary, there was no question about that.
Yeah, I mean, some of it is also Langston not being prepared to handle the press and the various types of presses. I'm seeing, ball pressure on the inbound under the basket. I'm also seeing a delayed trap sort of press that's happening while Langston is going up court. It seems like Oklahoma Wesleyan is doing a very good job of isolating the guards for Langston, and they're able to, again, do things like rob passing lanes and take advantage of Langston's bigs bringing the ball down, and they're swiping it away and not giving them that opportunity to get up around the rim.
One of the things I just have to point out, Swick, I mean, you were there talking with Chris Wright. He said it was ugly. How about this? This number is very misleading, and this looks nothing like what you saw in the first half. How about the rebounds, 27-9? I mean, Oklahoma Wesleyan, being out rebounded 27-9.
Right.
And again, you look at the scoreboard and you're down 5.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking advantage of their opportunities, and if you make shots, there's nothing to rebound. I mean, that's part of the reason that is the way it is. But I think they need to try and get Ego F.A. more minutes. When he's in the game, they're productive. There's a little bit of a drop-off when he's off the floor.
But look at the other stat. Look at turnovers, Mo.
Yeah, when you start talking about turnovers in the first half, Langston had 10 first-half turnovers to 2 points for them.
There you go.
So, so we'll do that real quick here. Yeah, so we'll go down, let you get yourself situated real quick.
All right, I got head coach Donnie Bostwick of Oklahoma Wesleyan. Got a 5-point lead here at half. Got to feel pretty good after the first half.
Yeah, really having trouble on the boards. We're missing 2 starters and our bigs, so we know their size is one thing. We got to find a way to eliminate. Our press is doing some things, I think, to kind of counter that a little bit. But it's a good half, game of runs.
Yeah, what do you want to see different from your team this second half?
Loose balls. I thought we had 4 or 5 loose balls. They got 2. Bounce to them. To come up with those, I think that could be another 4 points or 6-point swing.
Talk to me about Derek Talton. I mean, he's your go-to guy on the floor, your leader in the first half. You expect a similar outcome in the second?
That's what he's done for 4 years, so why not?
Also, I've noticed you're one of the only coaches I've noticed that coaches with a Bible in your hand. You want to elaborate on that?
It's a long story, but I mean, what a better playbook than that, right?
Amen. Amen. Thanks, Coach.
And
All right, so Swick talking with Coach Bostwick on there overall when we start talking about it. But looking at the first half numbers, he has to be pleased on a lot of the things, because when it comes to the extra effort from his team, when it comes to getting the job done on those extra, you talking about the turnovers and all that, and points off turnovers, I think that's another thing that we have to look at here overall. Here, Gary, let me see if I can find that particular statistic overall. But while we're doing that, both teams are scoring in the paint. But we talk about second chance points. Okay, Langston has 12 of those. But to me, those extra effort plays, those turnovers, those points off turnovers, big things have to be talked about what Langston's not doing on that side.
Well, we said keys to the game early on. We talked about defense. We talked about paint touches.
Here it is right here, Gary. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
Points off turnovers, 15.
Yeah, from Oklahoma Wesleyan.
And that's really the difference in the game.
And so one thing we saw Coach Bostwick, he was talking about, we're getting killed on the boards a little bit, but he's neutralizing that with turnovers. He's able to go in and force some steals, and he's getting points off of steals. So that's what's keeping him into the game. And so it's amazing when you look at these stats in terms of what story it tells. Again, Langston is doing a really good job of rebounding, yes, but their guard play, as Coach said, has been, in their minds, terrible or below their standard. And a lot of it is because they're not handling the press very well.
No, they're not. Looking at things from Oklahoma Wesleyan Wesleyan's perspective right now, they had 14 points from Derek Talton Jr., 9 points also coming in there from Yashi McKenzie, and that's really it. You're getting those two players are the ones that are really carrying the team. Now you're getting contributions from Stanek, his 4 points, Igazabwe with 2, then you have Kenneth with 2, Benny with 2, and also Phillips with 2, and Hamblin with 1. When you're coming from Langston right now, the strength of this team has been guard play overall. Yeah. Yes, you got Mario McKinney with 10. Langston's leading scorer, Bryce Monroe, with 0 in the first half.
That's not common. That's the issue right there.
And we heard that from Coach Wright as well. Then looking at it as from the standpoint as well. Ego Efe with 10. And again, we like to see the big guy get those baskets, but when the guards from Langston are not doing it, Jamison Epps with just 2.
Yeah, Jamison Epps, Smith, those guys are Lotto right now. Lotto doesn't have much, and he's usually one of your better shooters from the outside.
Let's talk about that. Bryce Monroe averages 15.3 points per game. Jamison Epps averages 8.1 points per game. He's got 2. Lotto averages 8 points a game. He's got 0. Mario McKinney averages 8. He's got 10. So you got one guy playing above their average.
Remember what I said earlier about the rotation being off, being in a situation where your rotation is off because you're having to get guys in games early, right? You're having to get them in just to save them and try to protect them as it relates to the foul situation. We hadn't even looked at that yet. But again, I think a lot of that rotation change has been Coach trying to combat the press, trying to get ball handlers into the game. And that's something that he's struggling with right now. That's something that he needs to probably think about, because this is very, very reminiscent of the national championship game in Kansas City.
Now, as far as it goes for Oklahoma Wesleyan, there is only 3 players with 2 fouls each. That's McKenzie, and also that is Phillips with 2. But other than that, you're
at Langston.
You're looking at that, and then the guy who you thought might get in trouble would be Talton. He's got none.
Right.
Then you're looking at it from Langston perspective. Lotto has 3. Ego Efe has 2. Epps has 2, and then you have Lemon Warren with 2.
Much different picture.
Much different picture on how that must do the second half of this game. So now let's go back to work. Original starters are back on the floor. McKenzie now has it. McKenzie gets it on top to Talton. Talton with a game-high 14 points. Pulls up from the elbow. Shot by Talton is good. He knocks it down smooth with 16 points on the afternoon now for Talton. So the Lions got to get the ball inbounded, and they do. Monroe now has it. Lions now resulting back. Going to have to see how they deal with this press. Lead up to 7 right now. Ego Efe over to Lotto, who has not scored. Lotto into the lane, drives to the basket, kisses it off.
He gets his
the back rim and drops it in. Lions are going to need more of that in the second half of this one to get back in this game. Going back to work. Talton drives into the lane.
Mishandle.
Tries to get the ball down low into the hands of Igazabwe. Shot no good.
Yeah, that's turnover by Oklahoma Wesleyan. That's exactly what Langston needs right now to be able to claw their way back into this. Right now, they're only down by 5, but the issue is you need to make possessions count every time down the floor.
All right, across the timeline now.
They got numbers.
Bounce pass inside to Ego Efe, and he gets it nicely off the glass and scores it.
Nice pump fake by the big man.
39-36. Inside pass.
Defense, though.
And again, nobody was paying attention.
Yeah,
nice pass again by Talton, getting it down low into the hands of Igazabwe.
Yeah, it got caught on the switch. That was too easy of a basket.
Across the timeline goes Monroe. Cross court over to McCoy. McCoy drives baseline, pulls it back out. Then drives back in again. Scoop shot off.
Nicely done by McCoy.
Gives that space and takes it right back. 3-point game, 41-38. Ball on the left wing. Talton inside the lane. Shot off the glass. No good. Rebound by Ego Efe.
Got a player down.
McCoy's wriggling in pain on the floor right now. So he's going to get looked at now. The training staff's coming to take a look at him as number 35. Zach Thomas is going to check into the game. But McCoy's had himself a heck of a game. You know, we start looking at it overall.
Both Zach Thomas and Warren coming into the game. Did you see the collision under the basket?
No, did not see the collision, but it happened on the rebound.
Swick had it.
All right, Swick.
Yeah, Talton faked, went under the basket, and he came up right into the chin of McCoy.
Okay.
And it looked really, really painful. So he hit him at the top of his head right underneath his chin and went right down.
All right.
That's like almost the equivalent of an uppercut right on the chin.
Yeah, and McCoy's had himself a heck of a game. And again, when we start talking about him overall, he's got 6 points in this game, and he's got 5 rebounds in the contest. And as we watch the replay right there, as Talton went underneath, you could see him holding down underneath. Looks like he's going to be okay, according to the trainer. He gets up.
Yeah. Glad he didn't have his tongue out like Michael Jordan.
It might be a little less tongue. So now going to work here, 41-38, Lions down by 3, 18-15 to go in the second half of this one here. So
Langston will inbound the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be in the hands now of Aaron Warren. So Monroe, Langston's leading scorer over the course of this game, with a goose egg in the scoring book right now. That has to change. Monroe drives inside the lane, kicks it back out to the corner. Up fake. McKinney throws it back out. Lemon. Warren drills 3 and drains the 3.
Good look by Lemon right on the baseline. Pull the 3 ball, drains it.
Lions' first 3 of the afternoon.
41 off.
And ties the game up. Working the ball around the perimeter now. The Lion defense. And again, you're going to catch Ego Efe trying to knock the ball loose. Picked up foul number 3. Didn't need to do that.
Big man that far away from the basket. Didn't need to do that. Smith comes out.
Coach Wright's telling him, hey, you just got a little too overzealous there. And the hands now, Joshua Smith is back in the game now.
What was that?
So the officials are going to reset here. So they're checking the scorers table here, making sure things are going on right. It's the ball in the hand now. Working the ball around the perimeter. Goes Talton. Nice job. Talton, spin move in the lane. Shot no good. Rebound by Smith.
Yeah, good rebound. Good block out by Smith.
So now going to work. Across the timeline goes Monroe. Monroe.
He loses it.
Loses the ball. They're saying it's knocked and it goes off of him. So Monroe wanted to hit the Jets. Substitution into the game now goes Nick Binney. So ball in the hand now. Talton Jr. coming across the timeline. Monroe set to pick him up. All tied up at 41. Ball back in the hand now. Running the weave at the top of the circle. Talton. Stanek into the lane. And shot's going to be blocked by Warren. And then Stanek goes to another put-back attempt. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Warren. Lemon Warren again. Across the timeline goes Monroe. Monroe looking for a screen at the top. Warren knocked down a 3-point shot, nearly loses it. Mario McKinney, spin move into the lane, draws contact, going back to the free throw line.
Yeah, good hard move by Warren with the spin. That's his specialty. He really loves to take you off the dribble, go left. He's left-handed. He'll penetrate in the heartbeat and try to get in there and draw contact, get to the free throw line.
So Mario McKinney getting ready to knock it down here. First shot.
Rims out the first one.
Rims out the first one. Got to knock this one down. Overall, in the first half of this game, that's one of the statistics, Gary, that's been really ugly. Free throw shooting. For Langston, that is now 6 of 13, 46% in the game. But the Eagles, that's one of the categories today that has not been great for them, as McKinney misses both. Rebound by Smith. Smith
gets
has
a block.
Blocked. And now Stanek looking for airspace. Stanek into the lane, turns and fires, and drops it in for the completion of the 3-point play. So he's going to go to the free throw line for the 3-point play. So Stanek back there. But again, free throw shooting for the Eagles, 10 of 19 in the game, 52.6% in the game itself.
Yeah, neither team is that way. Both teams are well below their average.
Environment and everything else has a lot to do with that. As Stanek misses that shot, Smith pulls down the rebound, ball in the hands of Monroe. Monroe. Across the timeline, back to McCoy, who checked back in the game. Jamison Epps over to Smith.
Long passes. Got to be a little bit more patient. Have to let the guards need to step to the ball.
Yeah, McKenzie with a great job there of shooting that passing lane again.
Yeah, I mean those passes just are a little bit.
McKinney thought about the three. Should have let it go. Ball in the hands now of Talton. Talton up fakes to the basket. He can't get it to fall. Rebound by Smith. Talton with a rare miss right there at the lane, right there at the rim.
Langston has numbers.
And McKinney's shot is blocked on the other end. And here we go, back and forth action. Ball in the hands, back down. Stanek, three. Miss. Front rim shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by McKenzie. And then McKenzie's going to be fouled by Smith that time.
Yeah, he was.
So he's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. And right now, the Eagles trying to build on a 2-point lead they have right now, 43-41.
This is really uncharacteristic, and I know that Oklahoma Wesleyan has something to do with this, but Langston's being very, very careless with the basketball. I mean, they're I've never seen so many, steals against them, number one, and I've so many turnovers on fundamental passes.
Yeah, that is their 12th turnover of the game, so substitutions coming in. Lotto returns, also does Ego Efe. He's back in the game as well. So now McKenzie at the free throw line. Misses that one. Ego Efe with the rebound. So Monroe, who is yet to hit the scoring column, found the Lions down 3. 15:36 to go before the end of this game. Ball back in the hands of Monroe on the Thunder logo. Down into the lane.
Monroe gets his basket.
And it took it, basically, you're talking about 25 minutes almost, or 20 minutes into the game before he finally gets that. So now going to work. Ball to the corner. And McKenzie for 3. He can't get it to fall this time. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe with 2-on-1. Nice retreat and recovery as Monroe tries to kiss it off the glass. And the ball is going to be rebounded there by Nick Benet.
No, that was a great defensive stop by Oklahoma Wesleyan, doing a really good job of getting back, and they're contesting all shots.
McKenzie finds a spin move into the lane. Shot no good. Rebound high off the glass. And again, Tim Ego Efe with the rebound for the Lions. Lions down 1, 44-43. Team foul situation, 3 team fouls for the Lions, 1 for the Eagles. Driving into the lane goes Monroe. Hits the Jets. He can't get it to fall. Rebound. Ego Efe trying to corral it. Has the ball down. Shoots it up off the glass. And is fouled. Will go back to the free throw line. But a nice job and extra effort. Ego Efe controlled the ball, gathered himself, and tried to kiss it off the glass. Wasn't able to do that, but go back to the free throw line.
You're right. He was able to hold on to the ball. But, man, that ball touched the ground, rolled around on the ground before he was able to get his hands on it. And that's a byproduct of him bringing that ball down, right? Waist level. You can't bring it down there. I mean, Oklahoma Wesleyan's doing a very good job of getting their hands in on everything. They're playing for every 50-50 ball they can get to.
All right, Ego Efe's first shot is no good on the rim. And again, that's been an Achilles heel. And in a game like this, like I said, in the last 5 games, the Eagles have won those games by 6 points or less, which means it's about free throws, key rebounds, and making those right decisions at the right moment. And right now, this game is setting up for another unbelievable finish here, as Ego Efe knocks down the free throw and ties the game up at 44. 3-point shot on the other end. Ego Efe with the rebound.
But he brings the ball down.
Ball's corralled, and Talton goes on the floor trying to retrieve it. Going to throw it back out to Benet. Benet drives in the lane, shoots it. Shot no good. Rebound by Ego Efe. And this Jump ball situation, or is it a foul this time? It's going to be a foul this time.
There's one simple thing that would solve those problems when Eagle Efe brings that ball down. If he would just simply chest the ball, get his elbows out and chest the ball, and then start working his pivot to clear, then he wouldn't have the struggles of losing the basketball under the basket like that.
Full court press being employed here by the Eagles. McCoy, bounce pass over to Lemon Warren, who's back in the game. Lotto into the lane, finishes with the right hand, avoids traffic, and puts it in nicely.
Nice recognition by Lotto, seeing that lane open up, go in with the finger roll.
Lions back up by 2 right now. Timeout on the floor right now. And we will take a quick break. This is Langston Lion Basketball.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Welcome back to the Court of Dreams broadcast this afternoon on this cross-conference clash between KCAC and the Sooner Athletic Conference. It's the Langston Lions going against the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods, and Jay Swick on the call. Back to live action. Talton brings the ball across the timeline. One of the big statistics here, Gary, in the second half is going to continue to be points off turnovers, 15. Yep. And again, trying to get the ball in a tie-up situation now. Lemon Warren, ball in the hands of Talton. Up fakes, drives into the lane, and tries to get it, and Eagle Efe blocks it. But Talton,
good block by Eagle Efe. That's the advantage of having the 6'10" transfer from Georgetown at the front of the rim, right? He's there to alter shots. And he's doing a good job with rebounding. Just need to minimize the struggles of mishandling the ball under the basket.
13:07 to go before the end of this game right now. And we've got a 2-point margin, 46-44. And the ball is going to be turnover here. Again, as a shot clock violation here, it will be Langston Lion ball. And the Lion faithful that's here starting to get a little lively here. Need a little bit of juice this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, getting the ball in. Mario McKinney now has it. Trap coming. Cross court over to McCoy. McCoy into the lane, and he tries and makes it off the glass.
Good recognition by McCoy. He saw that he was able to break the press.
Lions up by 4.
What was the stoppage of play? Delay.
Okay. So, again, it's a delay warning because, again, the ball was not given to the official.
Right. Substitution.
So, Smith set to check in at the scorer's table right now. Trying to do a great job here on the defensive side of the ball, the Lions defense. And contact up top.
Happening. And that's dangerous. It's so dangerous when you have Talton at the top of the key. The switch happens, and now he's on Eagle Efe. Those two skill sets are so vastly different.
Right. So Eagle Efe going to be called for the foul here, and he knows it. And unfortunately for the big man who's had a very good game today, that is foul number 4.
Yeah.
So now going to work, Talton. So we're going to have the ball. Nice hands there by Mario McKinney to deflect the pass. But Talton eyes the 3, fires the 3. And this time, Joshua Smith with the rebound. And that time, foul's going to be called against number 23, which is Dylan Phillips. So that should put them, so the game to team foul number 5. And it will be Langston ball, but the full court press is going to be employed here.
30 seconds, please, on the shot clock.
So here we go, set to action here. McCoy going to try to inbound a full court press. Ball in the hands now of Monroe. Monroe.
Here come the trap.
But the trap coming his way. He's got to get rid of it. Going to fire it over.
Now they got numbers.
Up top. And with the all the way for Joshua Smith, catching the alley-oop from Lemon Warren. Doing a good job of getting Joshua Smith the easy basket on that other side. And Lions expand their lead now to 7. 11:58 to go. Turn and fire. Goes McKenzie. He can't get to fall, but Talton does.
Talton shot.
He gets the rebound, and Smith gets the rebound. And then McKenzie back into Talton, and Talton finishes. Again, we got to clear.
You got to clear, and the guards have to come to those passes.
Mario McKinney gets it inside. And with another alley-oop. Breaking the press and getting the easy basket on the other end. A nice job by the Lions on the press breaker. Inside the lane, spin move off the glass, shot no good. Talton with the rebound, trying to fight for it underneath the goal. McCoy.
They're going to call that on McCoy. Yep, so on McCoy.
So McCoy's going to get called for the foul there. And McCoy with the foul now. That is just his second personal foul of the afternoon. So now, substitutions coming in. Smith comes out. McCoy comes out. Lemon Warren comes out. So now, into the game, we have Hughes, McKinney. Also has Zach Thomas in the game with Epps and Monroe for the Lions. McKenzie fires a 3. Shot no good, but Mario McKinney gets the rebound. Jamison Epps now has it.
He's double teamed.
Now coming across the top.
Now they got
Zach
numbers.
Thomas. Monroe drives to the basket strong, drops it underneath. Up fake. Basket. Hughes for 2.
Good points for Hughes off the bench there.
All right, now going back to work. Timeout. Oklahoma 11-point lead. Timeout called here on the floor. Time for us to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back. This is Langston Lion Men's Basketball.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
And we're back courtside doing the crowd scan here as they do here at Thunder Arena. You never know. Don't be caught with your finger in your nose. You'll be a famous meme on some fort. Let's go to Jay Swig. Swig, what's your thoughts about the last few minutes of this game? Langston seeming to take a little bit of control here.
Yeah, they took back the tempo and they got the crowd into it. You know, you had 2 alley-oop slam dunks that really re-energized the Langston faithful, and now they've got rhythm, and now they've got some confidence, and they've just got to continue to build on it, limit those mistakes that Gary's talking about, those careless turnovers, and they'll have a great chance to win here at Paycom.
Yeah, another thing that's happening as well is those presses, those 3-man presses are lending itself to a 2-on-1 in the front court, and so that's another thing Langston's taking advantage of.
Back to live action now. Talton driven the ball up top. Can the Lions bench play with that same intensity as the starters started? All right. And into the lane, and they're going to call him for steps in the lane.
Yep.
Isaac Standing tried to get the step in the lane. They're saying contact, but again, they're saying steps came first.
Oklahoma Wesleyan is still going to go. They're playing man up, but as soon as that ball inbounds, it's going to trap.
Okay, Monroe.
Okay, they pulled back on it. Man to man.
It's a lot different on made baskets and also off the turnovers. Make a big factor here. Ball in the hands of Monroe on the left wing. Monroe looking for space to operate. Gets it over to Jamison Epps. Epps drives it inside to McKinney, who drives down Main Street and finds some space to operate right there off off Reno.
Yeah, that was actually a very good move by McKinney there.
Contact there by Darius Hughes that time. Today's game is being brought to you by LU Athletics, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, OERB, Tinker Federal Credit Union, and the Black Chronicle newspaper. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods, and Jay Swick on the court side, bringing you all the action of this one. Talton with the up fake. Driving inside the lane now. Nice defense by the Lions, but a better shot on that one there by Igazabwe, who knocked that one down. And as far as it goes right now, Talton is still the game-high leading scorer with 18 points. Mario McKinney across the timeline now. Goes with the runner in the lane. And Mario McKinney starting to heat up. That'll be his 12th point of the afternoon. Lions up by 10, 58-48. 9:33 to go in the game. Working the ball around the perimeter. Ball on the left wing. Trying to fought.
Oh, that should have been a walk call.
So Talton up top. Going to get contact that time. Foul's going to be called against number 24 that time, Darius Hughes. Team foul situation. That is 17 fouls for Langston. So it should be. That's a 17 foul. So it's 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
So it's 1-1. So free throws coming, and free throws always are, unfortunately, an equalizer in a game when you're down.
Yes, it is.
You can score when the clock is stopped. Massive substitutions coming in the game now for Oklahoma Wesleyan. So coming into the game now is Benet as well as Phillip.
You know, the only positive in this scenario is that Oklahoma Wesleyan is not shooting a very high percentage right now.
Overall, correct about that. In terms of their overall free throw shooting today, 11 of 22, 50%. Langston even worse than that, 7 of 16, 43%.
Yeah.
Talton knocks that one down. Talton now with 19 in the game. One more coming. 58-49, 9:19 to go. And Talton misses the second one. Nice rebound there by Warren. Ball back in the hands of Monroe. The Eagles fall back, no press this time. Across the timeline comes Monroe. 19 seconds on the shot clock now. Working the ball to the left wing up top. Right wing. Back to Monroe. Monroe swings it to the corner. Lotto fires a three. Misses. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down that time by Phillip. Phillip gets it up to Talton. Talton throws it up. And on the other end, Nick Benet drops it in. 7-point margin now. And again, here comes the trap.
Yep. It's two-man instead of...
So Monroe tries to walk through it.
Wow.
And they're going to call him for steps this time.
Was not a very good decision.
Well, I didn't like the simple fact here, Gary, that when Lemon had the ball up near our scorers table where we are right now, he threw it backwards to Monroe.
Well, he's not a ball handler, so he's putting the ball in the hands of Monroe because he didn't want to be the focal point of the trap. You know what I mean? But Monroe should have passed the ball out towards the wing instead of trying to...
So Talton gets a screen, tries to dribble inside the lane, and the ball. Nice defense there by Jamison Epps, but it still ends up in the hands of the Eagles. And then McKenzie fires it up, and they're going to end up with in a scramble drill. Lemon Warren with the foul there.
Yeah.
When the ball's knocked loose, someone secure it. Again, everybody wants to tap it ahead for the quick run out, but then that situation there, again, great defense by Jamison Epps on the play. And as the ball is rolling around on the ground, you find yourself out of position. You're not ready for those sudden change moments right there, and that's what ends up happening. McKenzie knocks down the first free throw, and on the afternoon now, McKenzie's continuing to have a strong afternoon. Yeah. He's got 11 points. As Jamison Epps comes out, McCoy returns.
Sitting there looking at Coach Wright. He's exactly saying what we're saying. Secure the basketball. Just grab it. Stop trying to tap it out.
Okay, rebound off that miss there, pulled down. And again on this one, Lotto ends up with it, and somehow, some way, the ball ends up in the hands of the Lions, and they decide to slow it down, which is a good decision. You're up by 6 right now. Under 8 to play. Zone. Ball on the hands of McCoy. Yep, McCoy inside the lane, turns and fires. Nice turnaround shot by McCoy. Showing us he's got some game this afternoon. McCoy now with 12 points on the afternoon. That is the third Lion in double digits. From the elbow, pulling up, jump shot, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Lotto. Now secure the ball, get it up. McKinney,
they got
gonna push it
now
up to Lemon Warren, and he goes to the basket and drops it in.
Great transition. If you can get the ball beyond the press, now you got numbers on the back end, and that's something that Langston is starting to figure out a little bit. But again, Oklahoma Wesleyan being so effective in how they deploy the press and being able to force some turnovers is kind of like rolling the dice, right? 50-50.
All right, so looking at the overall turnover situation here, we know that the Lions had 12 first-half turnovers. They've only turned the ball once over in the second half, and so far in the turnover game in the second half of this game.
Rebound McCoy.
He's going to go back to the free throw line. It's going to be team foul number 6. So McCoy going back to the free throw line, but there has been 3 turnovers against the Eagles in the second half to Langston's 1. Time for us to take a
very different second half.
Second half so far. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Langston Lions Men's Basketball.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
Welcome back courtside, Court of Dreams this afternoon here at the Paycom Center. And once again, today's game is a part of the Thunder's initiative that allows local athletic programs to play basketball games on the Thunder's home court. And we have experienced a treat in fireworks this afternoon. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods, and our third part of our team this afternoon, Jay Swig. Jay, I mean, this is going to have a fantastic finish overall in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10-point difference right now. This is a different Langston team in the second half than it was in the first, and they're really starting to execute their will. Credit Oklahoma Wesleyan. They're a scrappy team, Gary.
Yes.
I mean, they fight tooth and nail. They know what they're up against, and they're here for it. But now you're starting to see the talent kind of take over the game and the size and the strength, which is Langston basketball, start to dominate here in the second half.
Don't speak too soon. It's not over with. We still got 7 minutes left in this game.
That's true.
All right, going to work right now. First shot by McCoy is no good right there. And an interesting point. So looking at the free throw shooting in the second half of this one, just in the second half alone, the Eagles are 3 of 7, 42%. Langston 1 of 6, 16%. Make that, okay, that'll go up a little bit now that we knocked down that free throw. But the shooting in the second half, it's been all about the defense that the Langston Lions have, which is their identity. If I told you in the second half of this game, Langston has shot the Eagles have shot 6 of 22 in the second half, 27%, where the Lions have shot 4 of 19 in the second half, 73%, guys, and they're all generally high percentage shots. McCoy now has the ball. Going to get it to the corner. And this has been an interesting game. Both teams have really done a good job of not allowing open three-point shots.
Yeah.
In this game overall, we've had 3 made three-point shots as Lotto's going to be fouled on the play here by McKenzie.
Now, McKenzie did a great job of anticipating the pass. Lotto
1-and-1 coming for Langston.
Yeah, Lotto just did just enough stepping towards the basketball to avoid the steal and able to draw the foul.
Right. How about this? I'm sorry. I said 3 made three-point shots. Hey, Swig and Gary, there's only been 2 made three-point shots the whole game.
Wow.
The Eagles are 1 of 10. The Lions are 1 of 7 in the game. So Lotto knocks down a free throw. So in the second half of this one, the Lions are now 3 of 8. Make that 37% as it stands right now.
We're seeing a lot of uncharacteristic play from I'm assuming both of these teams. But I'm wondering if the environment has something to do with that.
It very well could, as Lotto knocks that down. And the team now is 4 of 9, 44% in the second half shooting the free throw. So the Lions are getting the lion's share of their shots to fall now. On the other end, going to the basket, that shot does not fall. Scramble, fight underneath the goal.
Jump ball.
This time it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it will be Langston Lyon ball. Nice job there by Bryce Monroe.
Yep.
Smallest guy in there mixing it up. So Stanek set to check back in for So Dylan Phillips checks out of the game as Stanek comes back in. And the full court press is set.
Inbounds and press.
Lane violation. Again, turnover there. So again, it was one because it wasn't a made basket. Right. So that's why it's a lane violation here. So 65-52. 20 on the shot clock.
On the shot clock.
So getting the ball in bounce now, Stanek. So Lotto comes out of the game and Jamison Epps returns. So 6:37 to go. Ball in the hands now, Stanek. Stanek with the spin move on the box. Turns and fires one-handed shot, no good. Rebound pulled down that time by Smith for the Lions. Lions up 65-52, 6:25 to go in this game.
Here comes the half-court stuff.
Cross court over to Monroe. Monroe on the left wing. Back up top to McKinney, to Epps. Epps finds a hole crease, pulls up from the elbow. Shot by Epps, no good. Rebound by Stanek. Pulls it down for the Eagles. Here come Oklahoma Wesleyan. Into the lane, McKenzie loses it. But somehow, some way, it falls in the hands of the Eagles. Talton, who ended up with 19 points in the first half.
Rebound at
14 points in the first half. Ends up with only 5 thus far in the second half. But Jamison Epps controlling it for the Lions. Across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of McKinney. Ball fakes inside. Drops it into Smith. Contact against Smith. He's going to be fouled on the ground, but it will be back to the free throw line, 1-1. So that is the first foul this afternoon called against Talton. So nice job by McKinney with a touch pass inside to Joshua Smith. Now he's going to go to the free throw line and earn it on his own. Smith in the afternoon so far, given 6 points.
Given the amount of success that McKinney has had, especially in the paint today, I was really surprised that he was going to drop that ball off to Smith. McKinney usually, when he's that close to the rim, really does a good job of attacking it.
Lemon comes out of the game. Lemon Warren does, and returning to the game comes McCoy.
Makes both of them.
Nice job by Smith. He has 8 on the afternoon. Going back to work. Here comes Talton with 5:39 left in this game. Ball in the box. Fake. Shot no good. McCoy pulls down the rebound and gets it up to McKinney. McKinney, stutter step. Dribble. Rips. Ball's nearly ripped, and it is ripped by Stanek. Stanek. And contact's going to be against McCoy. So that's going to go to the free throw line. So you're talking about a lead right now of 17. Langston's been on top, and really what's really happened on that overall. And we're looking at a crazy situation here with Stanek. And in the second half of this game, the Eagles, it just seems like they've just gone cold. 6 of 27 shooting in the second half of this game. 0 of 7 from 3. That's 22%.
Well, they've played so hard. I mean, they came out really, pressing. And unfortunately, when you exert a lot of energy defensively like that and not have a really, really deep rotation, it takes away from your offensive power.
It does, and that's a particular angle of things. And right now, the free throw line is going to have to be where they can get themselves back in this game right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, they're below their average.
All right, ball back in the hands now of the Lions. Monroe tries to get across the timeline now. Ball up top. Into the lane goes McCoy. Drives down Main Street. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but the rebound by the Lions. And then contact.
Yeah, Epps goes in for the follow.
So foul's going to be called, it looks like, against number 13. Or number 23 for the Eagles, but it puts Epps at the free throw line. Both teams at 9 fouls apiece. One more is the double bonus. So Bene comes back in the game. 5:01 to go. Epps back rims and knocks that one, gets that one to fall. So 69-53 is the score. Stanek goes to the basket. He draws contact there.
Called again. Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing with McCoy is that defensively, he shuffles his feet. He stays in the shuffle too long. He really needs to flip his hips and run instead of shuffling, because you just simply can't shuffle fast enough on a guy that's going to the basket all out.
Going downhill.
Yeah, he's downhill all out.
Stanek knocks down the free throw.
Yeah,
it's officially a 15-point margin. McCoy comes out, and returning to the game for the Eagles, Yashi McKenzie. He comes in for Dylan Phillip. Stanek knocks down the shot, and that is his 9th point of the afternoon as he checks out of the game. 4:53 to go. McKinney catches it on a 9 round.
Numbers and gave up on it. Wow.
Back in the hands of Monroe. Monroe doesn't want to get a standing 5 count. He draws a screen from Epps. The ball's going to be knocked loose. And Monroe. Timeout called as he hit the deck on the floor. Again, nice job there by the Eagles. When you put your back to them, they instantly attack. And that used to be an old trick that's employed by most aggressive defensive coaches. Swick, I mean, you've seen a lot of basketball where if you turn your back, the other guy's coming from the other angle just going all out.
Oh, yeah, well, without question. But I do think that Oklahoma Wesleyan is just becoming a little bit gassed here. I mean, they're giving maximum effort, but right now they're really struggling to just get up and down the floor right now.
Yeah, I mean, they still have 1 or 2 players there who are really, again, forcing the issue. They're putting forth great effort. However, it is affecting them offensively, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier, right? I was saying that, it takes away from your offensive game when you're burning the candle on both ends playing defense, and you're also seeing it as well with rebounding.
No, and again, and when you start talking about halves, we talked about, basically the engine that makes the Eagles move is Derek Talton Jr. And he went into the first half with 14 points. He's got 5 in the second half of this one, and the Lions have done a better job of cutting down his airspace and his driving lanes. The young man is super talented, but he was getting a lot of easy baskets for the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, but I still give the young man credit. I mean, if it was a point guard matchup with him versus Monroe, he's winning that battle tonight.
Going to work now. Ball in the hands of Monroe. Monroe across the timeline, throws it up high. And the Lions have to come back and retrieve it, and Monroe does, and is going to draw a contact foul this time against Talton. That's his foul. Second foul of the afternoon. Team 10th foul, so Monroe going to the free throw line shooting 2. And Bryce Monroe, who normally averages 15 points a game for the Lion team, only with 2 this afternoon. Right. But at least the points that he needed to score came in the second half.
Yeah, they did come in the second half, but, sometimes, again, from an entertainment standpoint, you always love to see, how those 2 floor generals, right? He had been the guy who's been leading the Lions, and of course, Talton has been doing a very good job against Monroe.
All right, so now in the game right now, Monroe is there, and the shot is no good. So inside, Talton with the scoop shot no good by Smith.
Yeah, good job of altering the shot there. But again,
cross-court pass over to the hands now of McKinney. All right, Lotto for 3 from the corner. Shot no good by Lotto. Rebound by McKenzie. McKenzie's going to press the ball into the front court. Down the lane he goes, draws contact. Foul. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
That foul's going to be on Monroe.
So 3:56 to game. All right, so now going to work right now. McKinney. So now going to work right now. Or going to work right now. Ball in the hands now of Lotto. Ball in the hands of Monroe. Trap being made right now.
4 guys in this press. They got numbers, long passes
to
there
McKinney. McKinney drives inside the lane. Kicks off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Epps. Epps reverses and resets the offense. Ball back in the hands now of Monroe. Monroe's trapped at the top. Going to swing it over to Epps. Epps spins inside. Contact. Tries to force the shot up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Talton. 3:26 to go. Talton across the timeline. Talton dribbling above the circle. Benet with the shot. No good that time. Rebound pulled down by Smith.
Smith been really, really active on the boards. Turnover.
Nice steal there by McKenzie. Gets to the basket.
Converts.
And he draws it, and he just takes the ball out of the hands of Monroe.
Yep.
So McKenzie going back to the free throw line with 3:09 to go. 69-57 is the score.
You know, sometimes you can look at a player and you wonder, you know, what makes them get recruited by certain programs. And I'm looking at it, and McKenzie's doing a fabulous job defensively tonight. Don't necessarily know what his overall stats are, but again, just a sophomore, 6'1" from San Antonio, Texas. He's been all over the place tonight.
All right, nice job there by McKenzie. McKenzie throws it ahead to Lotto. Lotto goes to the basket, draws the contact, and kisses it off the glass. And the Lions expand the lead to 71-59. 3-point shot from the wing, no good. Rebound pulled down, and the ball trickles out of bounds, and it looks like it will remain Eagle ball.
Yeah, it will. Looked like it went off of Lotto's foot there.
So the Lions continue to lead by double digits. The lead down to 12, but the Lions still trying to maintain. 2:53 to go in this one. Ball in the hand now of Talton. Talton kicks it back out. Static has to track it down, and it's over and back's the call.
Yep.
And in terms of turnovers in the second half of this game overall, when you start looking at that number, 4 turnovers against Oklahoma Wesleyan, 5 turnovers against the Langston Lions in the second half of this game.
Tale of 2 halves.
So now going to work. Bounce pass inside. Swing it to the corner. Lotto up fakes. Back up to Jamison Epps. Over to McKinney. Lions with 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Chris Wright telling them to come over. Over to Jamison Epps. Ball fakes inside to Joshua Smith. Smith kisses it off the glass. Shot no good. Go back to the free throw line with 2.5 to play.
Yeah, he's fouled with the pump fake. I just knew that he was going to catch it on the dribble, get up, and bring us another highlight. But again, Oklahoma Wesleyan, they just won't quit. Fighting all the way to the end. Of course, we just heard Coach Bostwick say, hey, we're going to substitute in. We need some 3 balls.
Yeah, to cut down this lead and get some action going here. Smith at the line. Knocks down the first one. First shot is good, 72-59. Substitutions. And the 3-point team is in the game now for the Eagles. Joshua Smith gets one more free throw.
Hits both of them.
Knocks both down. And on the afternoon, Joshua Smith has had a heck of an afternoon on his own right. Joshua Smith now in double digits of his own with 10 points in the game. Into the lane goes Stanek. Stanek can't get it to fall. Scramble for the
rebound by Smith. Oh, almost rebound by Smith. Loses it.
So the ball is now rolling around and fires in the hands of Stanek. Stanek fires a 3 and knocks it down. Timeout called. Lead down to 9 overall in this game. So when we start talking
Smith
about
looking like a double-double.
Yeah, Smith does have a double-double on the afternoon. 12 points and 12 rebounds and 10 points overall in this game. So Smith has had a heck of a game coming in. Also, when you're looking at it from the standpoint, Ego Efe already has that. He had a double-double, 13 points and 11 rebounds.
Wow.
McKinney with 12 points and 10 rebounds.
Three guys double-doubles.
3 guys with double-doubles all the way across.
But it's a big deal when it's a guard getting a double-double.
Of course it is. But to go with that, he also has 2 assists and 1 steal in the game as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those games this afternoon that you really got to look at the star players and how this game is coming together. The Lions obviously up by 11 right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2:08 left in this game.
Right.
So you know that the Eagles knock down the 3-point shot. They're going to press and try to get easy baskets.
Yes,
and if they
are.
can get him at the free throw line with the clock stop, that's what they're going to try and do.
Yeah, they're going to sell out big time. I don't know what it's going to look like, whether it's going to be a 2 or a 3-man, but they're definitely going to try to force turnovers to try to stay alive. Probably play the drain the clock game.
All right, just a reminder coming up, the Lions and the Lady Lions, of course, will be in action this coming Saturday at CF Gales Fieldhouse against Central Christian University. It's Dollar Day. Admission will only be $1. $1. Encourage, all your local groups and civic groups and organizations to come pack the house. It's an orange out game. The Lady Lions play at 2 o'clock and the men play at 3:45 on Saturday. Just want to point that out. All right, going to work now. Jamison Epps across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of Lotto. Lotto tries to step through the double team, reworks it back out in the hands of McKinney. McKinney drives inside the lane.
No, man.
Contact will go back to the free throw line with 1:50 to go in this game.
Nice strong move by McKinney. His head was soaring up there close to the rim. They knocked him off balance just enough to alter his shot. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
McKinney, if he can knock down 2 free throws here.
Everybody come here. Go.
So all the guys are getting in here with 1:50 to go. So substitutions coming out of the game now. Number 21.
Yeah,
Bene comes out. So McCoy's coming out. Or McCoy's coming in for Smith. Smith goes out. So again, it's got to be guys who can guard that at the perimeter. That's what Coach Wright is really stressing against. McKinney misses the first free throw.
He's shooting 2.
So again, trying to get this second shot up. McKinney trying to tie the high, and he does for the Lions with 13 points this afternoon. So across the timeline now. Ball on the right wing. Driving to the lane, kick back out. 3-point shot attempt, no good that time by McKenzie. McCoy with the rebound. He throws it up to Mario McKinney. Mario McKinney, spin move inside the lane.
He's fouled.
It's fouled, driving to the basket again with 1:31 left on the clock. Lions up by 12. Mario McKinney with a good spin move inside, tries to finish at the lane. And again, Talton, who has really gave his heart tonight.
Yes, he has.
Playing for the Eagles. Shot by Mario McKinney, knocks it down. And he now has a team high 14 points for the Lions. 75-62, 1:31 to go.
Rims out the second.
Misses the second shot there. Now coming across the line, McKenzie has it. 3-point shot, and knocking it down from deep goes Dylan Phillips. And Dylan Phillips, in terms of 3-point shooting, is the best 3-point shooter on the team for the Eagles. He shoots at about 41% on the course of the season. Foul in the backcourt. Epps. So 1:12 to go in the game. Epps comes to the free throw line. Epps with 4 points. So 5 and, hopefully opportunity 5 and 6 comes through for Epps, and he knocks down point number 1. So that's 5, 76-65, 1:12 to go. At the conclusion of the game, Jay Swick will interview the head coach, the winning head coach of this game. Now coming across the timeline now goes Talton. Talton looking for airspace, zips past Lotto, then kicks it back to the outside. 3-point shot attempts, no good. Rebound, Jamison Epps. Epps trapped in the backcourt, throws it up. Now back in the hands of Mario McKinney. Mario McKinney drives to the lane and really wanted to make a statement at the rim that time. That kind of reminded me of the Sprite commercial with Anthony Edwards. He didn't get quite all the air that he thought he should have got under that one, but he had what they said evil intentions against that rim.
Yeah, he had bad intentions. He was definitely attacking the rim before Talton got to him and bodied him up a little bit, so he'll go back to the line shooting 2.
All right, so now Mario McKinney. (77-65). Front rim, and gets that one to roll around and down.
Shooter's bounce.
So one more coming for him. He's got a team-high 15 points. Won't take anything away from Derek Talton, who has a game-high 19. Mario has been going 1 or 2 at the free throw line today, all day long. He is 5 of 10 as Talton now goes for a 20-piece. Now has 21 on the afternoon. Mario McKinney has it up, and the Lions pull it back with 40 seconds on the clock. The ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it will remain Langston Lion ball. So Jamison Epps to inbound the ball, or correction on that. It's going to be Zach Thomas is going to inbound the ball. Gets it into Lotto. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Cross court over to McKinney. McKinney sees a crease in the lane and drives it in and slams it in with the exclamation point.
That's what
17 points on the afternoon. That's all he wanted to do. From the elbow. Back. 3-point shot attempt, no good. Rebound by McCoy, and that should just about do it. 15 seconds. Shot clock is turned off. Lions get across the timeline, and Lotto with 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. And the Lions are going to win by 13 points as they defeat the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles by the score of 80-67. It's a big-time win against a ranked opponent. And in just a few seconds here, we'll go over the final stats of today's game. Coach Chris Wright. We'll talk with Jay Swick here in just a second, and we'll look at it. But overall, Gary, while we're waiting on that interview setup, it's really a tale of two halves in this game.
Sure it is.
So, I mean, when you start looking at that, the game totals really don't tell the truth of what it is. And I think we've got Jay Swick not ready yet, but we're
we got Coach Wright here. Coach, down at half, come back strong in the second half, win by double digits. What changed?
Well, we decided to wake up a little bit. These guys aren't going to have very much fun in practice this week, though. I thought it was a pretty half-ass effort by us.
Who stood out to you on your team? Is there anybody that you felt like, came out and played much better in the second half?
I thought Cam McCoy did a great job, brought a lot of energy. But, man, we were, Oklahoma Wesleyan's missing 2 starters today. We were nowhere close to where we needed to be, so we got to get a lot better this week.
Next game's January 4th. What lessons can you learn here today to take into the next game?
These guys are going to learn a lot the next 6 days. I thought we got beat on 50-50 balls. I thought we didn't guard the way we needed to. We didn't communicate the way we needed to. So they're not going to have a very fun 6 days, and then we're going to get a lot better by next Saturday.
Good luck, Coach, with your next game, and congratulations on the victory today.
I appreciate you, Jay Swick. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jay Swick, as we're here now getting ready to wrap things up this afternoon, Gary. Overall, it was a tale of two halves, but for the sake of the team, Chris Wright overall not happy with the performance, but the Lions got done what they needed to get done as they're on the court celebrating in the Court of Dreams right now, getting their picture taken.
They took care of business in the second half. As Jay Swick said earlier, he said the athleticism and the size really kind of started taking over in that second half. Again, as Oklahoma Wesleyan got tired, they were burning the candle at both ends, and Langston just hung in there and played a lot better.
All right, so for the player of the game, we're going to go ahead and give it to Mario McKinney.
Yep.
Mario McKinney finished with 17 points, 10 rebounds overall, 1 steal overall in the contest. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. That is, of course, LU Athletics, the Black Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, OREB, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. We'll see you guys on Saturday back on the campus of Langston University as they will take on, of course, Central Christian. That's this coming Saturday. The game will start. Women's game starts at 2 o'clock, and the men's game at 3:45. He's Gary Woods. I'm Maurice Prince, and Jay Swick out on the floor. L's up. We'll see you guys. Happy New Year.